This is a show
Boy,
that
my
talks
boy
about
King got me
every
72 points today, boy.
and
Who?
what.
King, my picture.
There's not that many points in baseball. See, that's the problem. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody had a wonderful Easter resurrection, whatever you call it, Passover. 420 to some. I see somebody got green smoke coming on their background. Speaking of speaking of that, gentlemen, I got who checked in the all
I'm the
green.
people's champ.
The People's Champ, Hornets Nest Legend. Shout out episode 89 to player number 89, Mike Dicker of the Bears and the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, no, I'm just playing.
Overrated.
I got somebody
Coach.
sitting next to me look like a real good coach.
It's your homie, the Trigger Man, riding shotgun with you today. We have some entertaining topics. We are not your normal sports show. We talk about life as well. And one thing, people will break your hearts, but it should improve your vision. So add and delete people at your discretion.
Indeed. Last but not least, checking in from the cell.
Clutch. Well, you could make the argument he's the most clutch player ever.
This is your boy Clutch, aka Domino, aka Yesterday.
Blow the whistle.
That man got some amazing names. I thought I came up with something yesterday. Well,
Cry my last tears.
this is a sports show. This is a sports show. So let's talk about. I see a lot of green grass and green smoke and green things. You guys know who won the Masters the other week?
McElroy.
McElroy, yeah.
Rory
McElroy.
McElroy.
McElroy, whatever. It was a playoff hole, too.
A playoff hole? Oh, hole!
Yeah,
No.
playoff hole. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that later. There's a Minnesota face.
I apologize. I was just
Minnesota
looking at
facing the
Vampire
Lakers.
in Brooklyn, and
Ant-Man knows about that.
Deacon Brown, one of my best Deacon, was down there with a $2 hole. You push him. Let me stop.
Well, that's our little talk about golf for the show.
Hole in one.
Anybody ever been to Top Golf?
Wow.
Yeah, I like Top Golf.
We consider going this weekend, but I ain't with that.
Man.
Yeah.
You probably ain't got no hand-eye coordination. That's why you don't want to go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I've never been. My money has been though. So shout out to her. We're gonna do a show. Well, they don't sponsor us. We ain't worry about Top Golf. Let's talk a little NBA. So people have said, is the NBA purposely sabotaging teams to help LeBron and or Curry make the finals? Yeah, I think some haberdashery is going on, so that LeBron and Curry can get in the Western Conference Finals or make the NBA Finals. Since last year was a kaput on a lot of the active legends, or that's just somebody throwing turds at a wall. What y'all think? Clutch.
Um, I think that assumption is ludicrous. I don't think that they're sabotaging. It may seem that way, with the firing of Denver's head coach.
Mike Malone.
Yeah, and firing of the Grizzlies head coach. Um, and I just think the NBA is going in a different direction right now. So, um, and it's not sabotaging to make other people look good or make a finals. Because if you look at last Sunday, um, the Clippers, beat Golden State in overtime to secure that five spot. So I don't think that's happening.
Right. I tend to agree with you. I don't know who put the question on the board. It was a good question. But I think that's what you
What
said.
makes what makes it good? Then entertain me. I like being entertained.
Because it was somebody thought. But they asked it in the question, so maybe they thought it was uh puppy poop too. But they just chose to ask the question. I don't know who put it on the board.
I don't know
But
you.
it's Tupac said, I might not change the world, but I'll provoke the mind that changes the world. And this question made me think, and like Clutch, my answer was nah. I don't know what they doing, but nah. But it made me think. It made me think. And then further things made me think. Hold on, before I get to that. Champ, what you think?
Well, it didn't affect the top four seeds too much. So either way you look at it, the bottom four they're gonna have to go and play those top four seeds. So even if they had some inkling of making sure that they made the playoffs, now I could get on that boat, but they're making sure they make the playoff. But as far as them getting to the Western Conference Finals, they still got to go and play in a 7-game series against one of the top four seeds. So uh, I don't think that they had that in mind. I just think I'm gonna kind of pick back on what Cliff said and say that the NBA, along with college football, is in kind of like shambles right now. They don't have no right way that they're going and doing things right now. They got a lot of stuff going on outside of just playing basketball, and it kind of need to be corrected. Even with the John Morant situation and all your top superstars, they got stuff going on outside the court, babies and eating chicken wings and they're not playing basketball, and that's what the NBA is for. Just you want to play basketball, you want to see basketball being played, and right now there's too much going on outside of basketball.
Guess it wasn't no help they could get. They couldn't do. They couldn't do nothing for Durant to help him in the playoff. They try to they try to give him two good players, but it's some strange things going on, and that's why I can see why this question was asked, just to thought to provoke thought, because you got the Mavericks. It seemed like they did the same thing. They traded away their best player. You got folks firing coaches, but you had the NBA step in the other Saturday night, and my boy Ant-Man had a technical foul. I think that would have put him at 15 or 16, and he would have been suspended for the last game of the season. Overnight, they took that technical foul away and allowed him to play against the Grizzlies on that Sunday, and they won that game. So Ant-Man was able to stay out the play-in game and was able to play. I think they matched up with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
So is that helping the Lakers? Is that helping LeBron, Steph? I don't know what's
LeBron
going
should
on.
have said something.
If LeBron would have made the call, he would have got an extra tech. What you think, Trigger Man? Is something fishy going on, or
Not at all. Not at all. You know, people always want to come up with these conspiracy theories, especially when you start losing money on games or start losing money with prize picks, things of that nature. You want to try to find a way to verify, justify why you're losing. You're losing because you're losing. That's what losers do. They lose. The league really just need. Can't believe I'm going to say this. They need Jason Tatum to stand up and be accounted for and take the lead because they need an American superstar, a face of the league. They cannot do it with these foreigners. They need homegrown American mind. But until then, you know, the league's going to struggle with consistency because if it was rigged or whatever we're trying to call it, you think they would have allowed Dallas to get to the finals last year? That's not moving the mark, even though Luka's a great player or whatnot. But yeah, and then look who the Lakers play in the first round. That's a tough out, you know, going against Ant-Man. Got them bigs. The Lakers don't have any bigs, so if they were trying to do the Lakers a favor, they did not do the Lakers a favor by hooking them up with the Timberwolves the first round.
right? And these are
I know
American
that. I
man.
know that.
Hold on,
I
American
know that
man.
killed you to say that about.
Say about who?
Who?
I know that
Not
killed
the
you to say
usual.
Say it about
Not
Jason Tatum, boy.
Boy,
I know your heart hurting right now.
He's
yeah.
Get that
growing.
light skinned man. Get that light skinned man some talk.
He's growing. He's growing.
We got some bad weather coming or something.
You gonna
Snow
kill
if
me? Yeah, but it's set up perfectly. He didn't win the Eastern Conference Player of the thing, and he didn't win the Finals MVP.
Oh
And
yeah,
then his homeboy that won it didn't even get invited to the Libertine. Then he went to the Libertine, and they treated him like a dog. Man,
yeah.
Tatum is now, man, this supposed to be, man, God, dog. It's set up for him. The alley-oop 360, bent over and moon hopping, random off moon, the Green Bay Packer fan. Y'all remember that?
Do you
He got
think
his
he come
trophy.
in and upset and win the MVP this year?
Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. He supposed to blow the doors off. I'm looking for first round, and they're supposed to stay all the way throughout.
I'm talking about MVP of the regular season.
No.
I know you got two quarter horses up there, but he is in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think he'll finish third. His stats have been absurd for a light-skinned man. So you can't undeny what he's put out there. I can't keep hating on that man. That man is he's gifted. He got a little quirky jump shot, if you ask me. And he get a little stiff in his hips sometimes when he try to do the handle and take some out off the dribble and stuff. But it don't seem like he really worked hard on his game to come back with something new every year and improve here, this and that. He's just okay with where he's at. That's just my opinion. But I think he's going to put it together and show us something that we've never seen before from a light-skinned gentleman.
Unpredictable. We asked the question,
Shout out to the light-skinned.
is the NBA purposely sabotaging teams to help LeBron and Curry it's an anchor, make the finals? Do you think something fishy or snaky going on?
Oh, well, hell yeah. I said it.
You must
First
have
of all, you got the winningest coach in Memphis history get fired when they fighting for a 5 seed or 4 seed home court advantage in the first round, and you get rid of him and he's winning. Then you go out there and you fire the only coach in Denver Nuggets history to win a championship 2 games before the regular season is over with.
Joker's yet to go.
And you get rid of the GM. I've never heard that. And they didn't even come together. So it's not usually when you fire a coach, you fire the GM because a package deal. They didn't even come in together. And then you trade Luka for AD when you could have got some draft picks and everything else. and then Miami sent Jimmy Butler to Golden State. This thing is set up because for some reason, and I touched what Barkley said. Charles Barkley said nobody's talking about OKC and a great season they having. Nobody's talking about Udoka and how Houston is having a great season and he ain't been sleep with none of the people, executive wives and stuff like that.
He did in Boston.
Oh, he did that.
We're saying this season been a good one.
But
allegedly.
Yeah, I hate for that.
But think about it. It's almost like the NBA is trying to milk the last of this little cash cow and LeBron and Curry. And they doing whatever they can to make sure that they. When I look at the path, let's be for real. Regardless, we know the Clippers have a chance if they healthy to beat the Lakers. Denver has had a history of beating the Lakers, and I think Golden State is one of the teams that could beat them. But now you got to play Minnesota. They don't respect Rudy Gobert, and guess what? When Rudy Gobert get matched up with Luka, especially in the past, it was like that Michael Irvin chicken, finger licking good. That's all it was. Because he torches his ass. I just think that they got a lucky break by getting Minnesota. And then if they get to, Golden State lucky right there. Break. But if they get to Houston, yeah, that was a lucky break. I just don't think that the Lakers are a small team. And for what I've been seeing, they play better with teams with bigs. I thought that would be a problem. But their problem is matching up with teams that are smaller, like a Golden State. Even the Clippers. I think this team plays right into their hand. And Rudy Gobert on the island by itself, it's like watching my son Gino trying to dance off a pole. They go break down every time.
Who guard Ant-Man?
Nobody.
Nobody.
But we got to say this with all due respect to Ant-Man. Nobody on that team can guard him. But you got LeBron, you got Luka, and you got the new white chocolate. That's just too. Who's going to guard those three?
Yeah.
Mike Conley.
He gonna slow down that traffic coming to the hole.
They don't respect him.
No, didn't.
I respect him. He needs to be like Aretha Franklin, RESPECT. He got to find out what it means. Draymond Green choked the tallest one on the court. Usually go for the smallest man.
Julius Randle was drafted by the Lakers, I think number 7 overall, so he might want to get them some get back from way back when. Yep. He nasty. Nas Reed had an incredible playoff run last year. They're extremely big, and some would say that they have the best player that's gonna be on the court with Ant-Man, because he plays both ways. Luka and LeBron only gonna give it to you one way, but they can't go the other way.
Whoa! Give it to you one way. Whoa!
Yeah, they gift wrapped in this one. I just know if the Lakers don't win this year, any team outside of Boston, if the Lakers don't win, do not tell me anything about LeBron as the GOAT. I'm sorry. The only team that's on paper right now that should beat the Lakers is the Celtics.
What's the season series between Minnesota and the Lakers? Anybody have that on hand? Can you pull it up?
I want to say that the Lakers will beat them 7 out of the last 8 or something crazy number like that. I want to say that.
Boy. But the league really, they really do want a Lakers and Celtics final down there.
Yeah, that we talked about that.
That is undeniable.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
Me? I don't want LeBron and shit.
I can't wait to see who Cooper Flag going to.
Hey man, you know what? Kipovic, I'm gonna stay on topic today. I'm gonna stay on topic.
I mean, hey, it's your word, baby.
I was talking to these fools about the Lakers and what they wasn't gonna do at the beginning of the season, and this man said, "Look at JJ Redick. He won more games in his first year." I said, "You know what? I see why you sell insurance and never play sports a day in your damn life. You didn't see that damn Luka trade. Apparently, you was the only Laker fan that didn't see. You ain't got probably one of the top 4 best players in the league.
No question.
And you got rid of the injury prone what's his name? Glass man. And he's giving you the almost identical in points and rebounds as AD, but he's coming up with 10 assists a game. And you trying to tell me that didn't make a difference for JJ Redick? Hell, I could coach that team with what they do as long as I keep Bronny on the bench going 2 for 10.
We talk about drug tests a lot, a performance enhancing test when we talk about LeBron. But it's another man. It's another one of LeBron's friends that I'm not sure has he been drug tested, but
How
I'm
much
sure.
pull?
Go
How
ahead.
much pull do LeBron James have? You think he'd be able to get Gina Bus to sit on his son lap too out there and stand like that?
And twerk.
I I don't know how that weird thought came through there, but carry on.
I'm lost. I'm lost now.
Now that's true power.
Let me show.
You said best friend or something you was talking about.
Yeah. One of his best friends, a man that Kobe didn't have the power to get on the Lakers.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul has
They
played
veto that trade.
82 games this season out of 82. 82 out of 82. What? Hold on. Give me a second. I have to get this because this is like unbelievable.
What you mean 82 out of 82? What you talking about?
He played every game this season.
Oh, that's sorry dude for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk. Oh yeah, you on. But we don't see Chris Paul play 82 games, especially if he got a shot at going to the championship.
Jared Allen, he played 82 this year.
Well, he was. Chris Paul was coming. Was he coming off the bench this year or what?
I don't know.
It's a match. Sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But he's been in the league 20 years, and he played 82 games. Unpredictable. Does he need to be Pete tested or?
No,
Well, he ain't jumping out the gym like LeBron.
Yeah, we talking about, and he averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's about right for somebody his age if he's still trying to play. Shooting 42%, probably the worst in his career. LeBron, the older he get, the higher he jump. I ain't never seen that before.
Define the laws of gravity.
Yeah, it's almost like I watched this man dunk on a 7-foot center jumping over his head like he was Vince Carter in his prime.
Did you see? Yeah, did you see the alley he caught the other night? What's name threw it up there? That was crazy.
I have never. You know what? Props to LeBron. I've never seen a 40-year-old jump that high in my life.
He the GOAT.
Never will again.
Probably won't, because I want to know. They say he put $1 million into his body. I just want to know what he's buying to put in his body.
He said that was
yeah.
I don't know who came up with that, but
Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce was talking about it much early in their podcast day. What the stuff that he was using, I can't remember what the name of it was.
Speaking of Kevin Garnett said this is the fifth quarter, so Kevin Garnett said there was $1 million bounty on Yao Ming, dunking on Yao Ming. He said a couple players, everybody was putting up a pot of $1 million that totaled in $1 million to who's gonna be the first person to dunk on Yao Ming.
Who did it?
I didn't get to that part of the story. Like he stopped talking about it, started talking about something else.
I hope they didn't include Shaq.
Shaq dunked on everybody.
It's the fifth quarter. Yeah, that to me, that I didn't realize Yao Ming was like that. That he could garner $1 million bounty. I didn't realize he was.
You didn't watch the game?
I think it was more so he was so big that they wanted to. It was kind of like a hype thing. Like I want.
Ooh.
No, did
how big was he?
He was so tall. He was so tall that everybody wanted. Kind of like Wembanyama. Even though Wembanyama ain't heavy like old boy is.
Yeah, but nowhere near.
It was just a emotional thing about trying to let's see who could dunk on the tree. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. That's the theory that I caught from it.
Absolutely, because Shaq couldn't move him around like he moved the rest of them guys around.
Right.
Yeah, big dude.
Do y'all think he was a test tube baby or something? Y'all think he was a real person? Or did y'all think they created him like
That's a great question. So why no other Chinese man that big?
Huh?
You heard me. That big. We talked about big earlier. Add to the big. So I
guess
Chinese man. I know other ones coming out like that.
Yeah, that's a good point there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just one and done. You know how
they
many
the
years ago
shortest-
that was? They can't produce
culture.
another one.
Yeah.
I think it was one cat that he didn't pan out in the league that was from China.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what his name was, but
because we weren't
as soon as he came in, he was out of there.
They got one the cat in Memphis.
And he was a quickie.
Yeah.
You talking about Jeremy Lin?
No,
he's talking about he got drafted by Milwaukee.
He was like maybe 6'8"
Yao Ying or something.
Yeah, that's it. You own it. You own it.
That man just picked the most Chinese thing he could say.
No, it's not like that though, for real.
No, he got drafted by Milwaukee, I think, with the number 7 or 8 pick when he got drafted.
That man changed Yao Ming to Yao Ying.
But it's something like that though.
Hey, say it with confidence, baby.
Yeah, yes, sir.
It was something like that though. You're right. And he didn't pan out though. Trash.
It's a little Chinese cat in Memphis, a point guard. He like 5'6" or 5'8", maybe. Yeah. Man, look who I think I'm talking to. I think I'm talking to regular folks. Yeah. But shout out to Chris Paul. Did anybody, since we're on basketball, kicking in the fifth quarter, anybody see Giannis block Beasley in Detroit?
Of course.
Beasley having an amazing
he did his little move.
He did a shimmy. He did Beasley shimmy after he blocked the shot. He did the shimmy, then tried to help him up. And Beasley reached for everybody but Giannis, and then Giannis did the shimmy again, and tried to dap Beasley up, and Beasley chest bumped him like, man, move. Good stuff, Trigger Man Joe said.
Absolutely.
What is wrong with people?
Taking it back to the old school. I don't know.
Sir. Shout out to the Pistons, man. Shout out to the Pistons. Them boys.
You gonna shimmy, shake, and jingle bell your nuts over me? You think I'm gonna dap you up and all that? You don't get on. You the Greek freak, the Greek whatever. Nigga, get on. We ain't playing no game. I think they was teammates too.
Greek yogurt.
More like
Jimmy the Greek.
Hey, you know what that was about? That's what AD should have had. He said, "Man, you got me traded. I don't dap me off." But AD,
I'm playing friend. I would been like the Shaq and Kobe feud when it was fresh and early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep
I'm like, what is Giannis thinking? What is that, man? Like, come on, cuz.
Yeah, we need some real feuds in the NBA, like we do. We got more feuds in fantasy football. We had D and KD, Joe and Ellis, Sims, and just about half the goddamn league. We need some chaos.
What's the dude that the Knicks brought in? He knocked somebody to the ground. They was laughing about that thing, but he was serious.
True.
Which one?
True. Speaking of not being serious, Mikal Bridges, like Joe spoke on, he started the game, committed a foul, I think maybe 6 seconds in, and checked out. Checked out the game after 6 seconds, just so he could keep up his streak of games played. He is currently at 556 consecutive games played. Do we find anything wrong with that?
Hell yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's a sucker move. Yeah. Oh, man, come on, man.
Yeah. I think at least should go to the first TV timeout.
Yeah, man.
5 to 6
All
minutes.
the person get away with that is people in the NFL, like the quarterback position.
Quarterbacks, yeah.
In the last game of the season, you play a couple of snaps and get on out of there to keep your streak going. Somebody like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, this and that.
Yeah. In a game that on one play you can get your nose knocked off.
Right, exactly.
Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. His 4 plays, I think, into the season.
Got him.
Come on, man. This is
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
In New York, he ain't got to be on the cover.
Well, you know what? I changed my stance because I'm unpredictable, and I don't even have a problem with it. You know why? Wow. I got a problem with LeBron James. He the one started this foolishness. Here's why. See, he purposely waited to the last hour not to play the All-Star game, taking pictures without his warm-up suit. And the reason why he did that is because if somebody would have replaced him, he would have never gotten credit for being an all-star that season.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, these are the kind of tricks that happen when you got LeBron James not participating in the all-star game at the last minute, going out there warming up like Isaiah Thomas with his shirt off, unprofessional. Yeah, anything they got to say about him, I'm with it. I'm with the smoke.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas can't talk with his sexual harassing ass.
He sexual harassed his ass?
Was
No,
LeBron,
he
was
was
LeBron at Kobe,
with his staff.
Kobe's funeral or not? Was LeBron at the funeral or not? I need to know.
I don't know. Ain't no pictures, even on video.
Was he at the Hall of Fame? That's why I say all this revolves around LeBron James, always trying to figure out a way to maneuver just to make sure you get whatever it is. Like when Cal Ripken played and got the award, he didn't sit there and say, you know what? I only got 500 more games to go, so let me just go for one bat and just keep on moving. Just to even think about stuff like that for a streak that means absolutely nothing. That goes to show you what level we're on right now. This whole thing is just chaotic. Kids want to hold out for ransom and transfer NIL portals. LeBron sitting out the All-Star game. Somebody want to check in for 5 seconds just to say they played a game. This is getting out of hand.
You remember when they wanted, and they thought they was going to have a LeBron James and Kobe Bryant in the finals. And the Cavaliers had the best record that year, and they started doing commercials about puppets. But the Orlando Magic had something to say about it and beat them handily and went and played in the final. Anybody remember that?
I remember.
Yeah.
That's why I say, man, play the game.
All this definitely favorite over the Magic too.
Yeah. Play the game.
Yeah,
that's all. Go if you check in, play. But to me, just to keep up with it, I don't even know what the streak is for the most games played. Nobody cares about that.
He ain't finna break it.
We don't care about Cal Ripken streak.
Let me ask you this then. So if he can't come in and check in and play a couple trips up and down the court and then take a foul and go out, what's the difference between the guys that come in at the end of the game with 15 seconds left in the game?
Well, that's because he's purposely doing it for some type of goal. Like, let me check in just so I can keep the streak alive. Not like it was people when it's a blowout, people will get in the last 15 seconds. Nobody checking to the game and say, let me foul on purpose.
Yeah, you don't want to get your players hurt. The last 15 seconds of a meaningless game. I guess I don't. That's a great question. But see, when Sims takes other children, not me, to these basketball games and pay all this money, and
but Giannis not to play. I should have moved shit in his ass.
But these players, they choose to sit out whole games and not come in and play the first quarter, the second quarter, maybe like the NFL, because they don't want their stats. It counts as a game played, and you play a quarter and you get about 4 points, and you sit out the rest of the game. Little Johnny and them at least got to see you play a quarter, but you sit out the rest of the game. Your stats will go down per game, your points per game, rebound, and we all know.
Drastically.
Yeah, we know people just living for stats nowadays, so they can push contracts or push awards and stuff like that. So
a lot of players don't shoot the long three from half court right before halftime
because of stats.
They want to affect with their stats and stuff like that. They mindful of that.
Yeah, that's I mean,
and another reason why I say with the football, because it's so violent. You remember they had the co-MVPs with Steve McNair and Peyton Manning, but McNair that whole season was so beat up. He had like a bruised sternum, elbow problem, back, and he really couldn't practice none through the week. And he show up on Sundays and play and stuff. He was considered to be an Iron Man because he, Brett Favre too.
Right. Speaking of Iron Man, do y'all got a problem with LeBron coming on the court, pregame, warm ups or whatever with no shirt on? Unpredictable has a problem with some of our castmates coming on showing their tries and.
Hey man, y'all got the same background. I just noticed that.
Oh yeah. We had noticed it earlier.
Stop the violence. Kick the sign.
So you got a problem with it, Clutch?
No, I ain't got no problem with it. I mean,
You with the shirt off game, right.
yeah, of course. Clicks and likes, baby.
Y'all kicked me out in the third
His
grade.
whole career, he hadn't done anything like that. Why all of a sudden he feel the need to do something like that? I'm so tired of this, man. I'm gonna be so when I tell you I'm celebrate, I already got the celebration stuff up in the pantry to break it out. Hopefully, I have some company over. If I don't, I'm gonna invite some company over. I'm gonna pull out a fake cigar like a real cigar like I'm doing, and celebrate.
I'm gonna
You would
come.
think
I'm gonna come. I'm invited. I'm sitting in the corner and cry the whole time.
you would think he wouldn't do nothing like that and make him have to test him.
Yes,
But hold up, but listen.
he
How
always
many
be.
people were in the arena?
I wouldn't care, but man, it just
Exactly.
why?
I mean, it was probably maybe 3 people in the arena, and they worked for the Lakers.
I'm saying why he ain't never done it. Why now? What? See, he always up to some stinky stuff, but we just don't know what
Hey
the
man,
stink is or whatever.
Clicks and likes, baby. Come on,
Uh,
man. We know what it's about. Clicks and likes. The Lakers like
why
being
brother
the
like
news
father
just like
like
the
son? Why he
Cowboys,
wasn't in there with him?
because Bronny ain't got that kind of physique.
So his daddy physique is more defined than his son physique.
Oh yeah,
Dang,
Hey, champ.
Bronny got man titties.
dang.
Stevenson from Alabama basketball done went to North Carolina where he from. I thought he was going last year when he beat North Carolina, but now he on transfer. I don't think should they even send transfer notifications anymore? I don't know.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, Bama got they got 2 7-footers coming in. They got the boy from Florida State and the boy from Miami. So they for a big man, they covered now.
yeah, make
You
sure
know,
y'all join our Facebook group because every time I post a Bama transfer, uh, people champ say the same thing. We got 2.
Ooh, but piss about nothing but the time.
so we are we in the we going in the right direction. We in the
Speaking of right
playoffs every night.
direction, speaking of the right direction, last week we didn't cover this. Skip my mind. What y'all think about the John Morant, John Wick, new celebration? Taking a grenade and throwing it in the crowd and covering his ears. Hey,
hey, hey, it's better than him getting in trouble for the shooting the gun. You know.
Well, Gilbert Arenas gave him the suggestion. He took heed to it and
all right.
did it. I would say, man, be a original, create your own, man. Don't be copying off what that man said, man.
Man, I
Man,
mean,
come on, man. You don't like Agent Zero, man?
Yeah, I do. But, be your own man, John. You going to be the gangster, keep it gangster.
He's not gangster. That's what it is.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
know
fake.
he's supposed to get the cover of the Grand Theft Auto this year coming up.
For real.
come on,
Oh,
come on, man, come on. They said it's supposed to be 303 basketball in it. He might be in the background on the jet.
he ain't no
And
Pac-Man Jones.
so I need to check. Has Ant-Man or John Morant? I know John Morant hasn't. I don't think Ant-Man been on the cover of 2K, but Jason Tatum has.
Who job Morant playing playoffs?
He got playing the play-in.
Oh, they
They
play
play
in.
they played in the play-in since this after Easter. They played.
But they made the playoffs. I might check out one of their games up in Memphis.
Oh,
You got a time machine?
Watch it killer. I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
that game tonight. That game tonight. Speaking of that, great segue. Let's talk about the NBA SoFi playoff play-in tournament. Now the play-in tournament has a sponsor, so we gotta make money in any way we can, man. I mean, what y'all think about the play-in tournament? Is it growing? Um, or what? Or is foolishness still?
It's foolishness. Shit, they added the play in for LeBron for him to have a shot to get into the playoffs. You can't make the playoffs When the 82 game season, and you shouldn't be in the playoffs. Shouldn't be no play in and none of that stuff. You're good enough to get in or not. But this y'all speak of that he need extra stuff in order to proceed into the playoffs. Come on, man. Get up
Damn,
out.
ain't he on your team, man?
You can go ahead and clock out. Tell him I said. I'm tired
Hey,
of that, man.
ain't he on your team and you talking about him like that?
Anybody can get it. That's why I'm the trigger man. Tired of that, man. Come on, man. It don't make
Yeah.
no sense.
Hey, man, I like LeBron,
All
man.
these. How long the NBA? Who invented basketball? Naismith, ain't it? Something like that.
You ask
Yeah.
LeBron James fans, it was him.
All these years of basketball being a certain way, and all of a sudden, let's do a play-in. You know, and then with the bubble, if LeBron said we playing. Man, I'm so tired of this, man.
Hey, but let me tell you something. If
I
somebody
knew
else
I
could
was
have,
the GOAT when I won in the bubble with no fans, and the game don't have to move all over the world. It's all in one place. It's like you playing at the gym back in high school, man. It's simple.
Now, I don't even know that was.
if
Go ahead.
somebody else could do what LeBron has done, they would have done it. Simple and plain.
Dude, what has he done?
What he done? What you talking about?
He took all the stuff Joe just named, didn't it?
All the stuff you just said, Trigger Man.
Kawhi Leonard do some of the same stuff, but he
And,
get a pass.
and Kawhi Leonard was one of the ones that lock him up. I remember LeBron was at the free throw line shooting. He heard the horn. He looked over there, seen Kawhi checking in. He said, "Damn." Yeah, I ain't making this up. Go look at it.
We all saw when Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers, they were making billboards, they were making commercials, the new king of LA,
And he was
this
trying to
and
get that
that,
man to come
and
to
it
the
was
Lakers.
trash. Kawhi ain't did nothing in LA.
What he did in
Nothing.
San Antonio? Did he lock up LeBron and win the MVP of the final?
And then forced his way out.
Then won the championship in Toronto?
And then forced his way out.
Who got a better
Him
free
and
throw
his
shooter?
uncle.
If the game was on the line, who you want on the line? Kawhi or LeBron at the free throw line to win the game?
Yeah,
I
I
know.
can I can tell you one thing. Kawhi missed one
I'm
of them
taking
free
LeBron.
throws that LeBron came back and won in that San Antonio series.
I guarantee you, Kawhi is 85% for a career, and LeBron ain't never been in the 80% for his whole career. In 20 years in the league, he ain't never shot 80% from the free throw line. Maybe 77. I'm taking a wild guess. That man is equivalent to Draymond Green at the free throw line, but he's y'all GOAT. Come on, man, get up out of here.
Well,
He
listen.
the
So
GOAT.
that shows us how much we care about the play in that it turned to a LeBron time. But Clutch,
Guess what? Guess what? It wasn't even me this time.
right? But Clutch, your team still in it, baby. You said, well, my team when we were talking about who a
Cowboys
couple
still
weeks
in it?
ago. No,
The Bulls, man. Chicago, man.
Oh,
I ain't that sleepy. The
Come on, man.
Bulls,
the Bulls been
the
playing good
Bulls,
ball though.
because we were saying, what enforcer you want on your team? You was like, my team ain't nowhere near the playoffs. So, but the play-in game got the mighty Chicago Bulls. And first of all,
Shout out to Tyrone Lue. Great job this year.
first of all, y'all people were Bulls fans. It's some
What?
grown folks with Bull fans, the same ones running around here. Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Y'all was selling out all them jerseys. And some of them still being sold because we checked a couple weeks ago the top. Y'all were Bulls fans. Now y'all flip and jump on other teams. Come on, I mean, what's up
Hey,
with that?
hey, Joe.
Joe, hold on, Joe. How long you been a Steelers fan?
Since 1978.
Okay, it's folks that was Bulls fan, and I talked to them too. It's a lot of them that were Falcons fans, especially around my age. Were Falcon fan when Vic was there, and they jumping on boats. I
Ain't
salute the
finna
people
do
that
it.
been fans of their team, locked in. But go ahead, Clutch.
Can't do it.
Hey, Joe could tell you a story. We was in the military. We went
Yeah.
into the to the TV room, turned the TV, and kicked everybody out.
Turn
And
the
the
TV.
commercial came on. Sometimes I dream he is me, like Mike.
Right. If I can be like. And
I
then
bet a
that game against Portland, they was trailing like by 15 points going into the fourth quarter. And man, they might gonna come back and win the game. They gonna come back and win it. He was like a prophet. They came back and won.
I was in the
But he been with the
military.
same team since then. He been with the Bulls, Duke, and Florida State.
yeah,
I was in the
man.
military. I was eating boogers still.
Yeah, over 30 years ago, baby.
Yeah, go to the break room and turn the TV to what we want to watch.
Ooh, that's a bad man.
And nobody said nothing. They just got up and left.
I do feel bad about taking people laundry out.
Oh yeah, we should
Put
take
my
people laundry out the washer, out the dryer, and put our stuff in.
Whoa! This summer when this slow,
Lord
and
forgive me.
we try to talk baseball, we sure gonna get. We want the stories of Trigger Man and Domino. But right now, looks like you got Dallas. Yeah, Dallas still in it. Dallas and Sacramento. Well, to this date, I don't know, but you got the Grizzlies and uh the Hawks, Orlando, the Bulls, the Heat. So I mean, but if you ain't did in that amount of games, like what if you played and you made the A, but now you got to go play and get kicked out, man. Like, I don't think the play cool. I don't really
That
think
ain't
so.
cool. That's
Yeah,
not
they
cool.
But
need to disband. I bet you once LeBron retire, they gonna do away with it.
probably so.
Yeah, we
We'll
know.
see. Well, I mean, I, y'all gonna have to say Joe was right. Y'all gonna have to say Joe right. But let's we can't do an episode, I guess, without talking about some college, and this is not just about college football. I think Unpredictable put this question on the board. Name your top 3 universities with the best athletic program. And I'm thinking he was just in the sense of saying baseball, basketball, and football. Uh but you can use because when I rep my school, I'm gonna use them wheelchair basketball championships we just won, men and women. Auburn, they win the Aquarius, not Aquarius, well, the horse riding. They use that. But what anybody thought they were gonna be here to handle this because I'm assuming he had his team somewhere in here what purged this question. Um, what schools y'all think the top 3 for athletic program?
Bama should be at the top of that. Because we always winning in gymnastics, and then like I said, we got the wheelchair.
This they said gymnastics.
The wheelchairs is a real thing, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, he said
I think
gymnastics.
that. Women and
and
men
Oh, what?
won 1 year.
then you got
Oh, this is,
we already football, and now basketball is relevant even though we ain't won.
Yeah, and every now and then baseball they'd be pretty solid.
Yeah, baseball
Yeah, really
Oh
solid.
and
man.
softball.
so with that the case, so in Florida State got a good baseball. They got good football. They got the lady softball.
But they ain't
They
got the
got a
main thing,
they
football.
got they got I said football. And they got tennis.
They ain't good at football.
Who
Florida
but
State.
the devil's a lie, man. The devil's a lie, man.
Come on,
Shut
cuz.
shut
Come on, don't
shut
do him
shut
like
his
that.
shut his microphone off, man.
Man,
Don't
that's
do him like that,
talking about
man.
Shut
Florida
his
State is good. That's an insult to good, man. Don't do that, man.
man, shut his microphone off.
What their record was last year?
It don't matter.
They were
Well,
they were squeezed out the playoffs the year before though. A
uh,
14 playoff.
I
Before the
heard
12
Dartmouth beat
team. Come on.
y'all
thanks to the
scrimmage Dartmouth
Tide.
for the season, and Dartmouth beat y'all, man. Come on, man. Ivy League.
You see how he talk about the old stuff?
Um so if we look at basketball, football, baseball, um LSU since my son not here right now, LSU is a women's basketball powerhouse.
They good at
So
track too for many, many years.
yeah, I keep telling my niece,
Many, many
I
years.
wouldn't be mad.
Shakari Richardson went there, did
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Alabama got some of the best golfers though. But
yeah,
I'm a,
because they all of the persuasion.
mm, Georgia basketball sucks.
Ant-Man came from there though. Number 1
Yeah,
overall pick.
right. And he did nothing
Yeah,
to it.
I broke clock right 2 times a day too.
So my three
But
is
Ant-Man is giving back to the world. He's giving kids and giving money away. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and help them lead the way.
I'm gonna
Well,
go
but
with
what's your 3,
That
man?
man, the father of the year in my book. Hey, I'm gonna cut
oh,
you a check one time payment. I'm done with it. Name the child what you want to name it. Don't call me. Don't call Tyrone. Don't call nobody. And you can't call the IRS. Regardless, I'm done. I'm done.
And then what was it? 100,000?
no
Ooh.
1.3 or 1.2, 1.5, something like
Oh,
that. But
oh,
that
Uh-huh.
girl, they if his lawyer got that done before he signed a $300 million deal, nah, I don't believe that happened. It looked good. I don't know, man. I would say Ohio State, Texas, and Bama. Maybe I don't know. It's a heavy question.
oh, yeah. Well,
I'm basing on football. Bumped it all around.
Right,
Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. All them are factories.
okay.
right.
That
Well,
pipeline to the NFL.
I'm gonna go Miami, Georgia, and Alabama. I'm gonna go
Miami
those
of
three.
Ohio.
No, UM.
Hmm,
You,
hmm.
I'm going back in the day. They
I
don't
just
put some
finna say you must be
back in
going
the
back
day.
because what have you done for me lately?
What they had? What? How many? They had what? 40 something? What was 20 something people going the first round on that two? I can't remember what team that was.
Right. So
2001 team, something like that.
true. So before we get out of here, we're gonna talk a little baseball.
What? What?
We
What?
trying, man. We trying.
College
We trying.
baseball? What kind of baseball? I'm intrigued.
Mhm.
We gonna talk about the Dodgers. Somebody want to know: are the Dodgers who we think they are, or are they overrated? Anybody on this?
They overrated.
Man, you
They
crazy.
are overrated.
You
They
silly.
got the highest payroll in the MLB.
And we're gonna win it all again.
And
They
they
got
won.
listen. They got over. They got over. Let me get my numbers right. Hold up.
Well,
They
since we're
got
on
over.
radio,
They got over 40 something million sitting on the bench on an injury report right now.
so does my fantasy. So does my fantasy baseball team.
Crazy.
So how that make them overrated? You still ain't.
Because
Who?
because they got
Exactly.
the best team. They got the best team money can buy. That's why they overrated.
Whose
So who are
side are
the
you
champs?
on?
The best team money can buy.
They started the season out like 8-0, didn't it?
And they're at the time of this recording, they're 11-5, and in second place in the West. I
At the
mean,
end of
what?
the
I
year, they're
mean,
gonna have the best record. They're gonna win it all again.
God
You just
damn.
can't stop us, man. You can't stop us. We back.
I'm
We
sorry.
made
I'm
it, and
sorry.
we back, and we back
I'm
because
trying
we
to.
made it.
hey yo, what you think, champ?
I feel like
Where you get that from? The jailhouse?
when they told me, when they asked the question, champ, you gonna join the baseball league this year? I said it's my off season.
We gotta talk baseball on here because why did Cause you lean forward like you had a good comment, and I like Jesus. Just thank you for him not saying champ don't do baseball. And
Man, they got who is
you got a lot of baseball
playing
hats, man. What
Tyler
you think?
They
Basco? What's his name?
like I said, they got one of the highest payrolls. They're in the top right now. They're gonna make the playoffs, and it's all about who get hot and who stay healthy right there at the end. So the last 15, 20 games of the season, if your roster, like the Braves, what's our star player for the Braves that got hurt last year,
Acuna.
Acuna, Ronald
Acuna,
Acuna Jr.
yeah, derailed our
Matata.
season. Uh, if you stay healthy and if you hot at the right time in baseball, and your bats warm up, you got a good chance to win it all.
Yeah, I mean we know the Dodgers are loaded. I mean,
Loaded.
what is
Loaded.
182 game season?
162.
I mean, yeah,
162.
my bad. 162. I'm thinking about the NBA. What, what? Why would they just? Why would we expect them to just come out gangbusters? They did the little 8-0 run, and then now we finna cruise. You know, not we. I'm not saying we.
It's a long season.
I'm
It's
not a.
long. Got to go through the dog days of summer. But the thing
Right.
is, they don't get credit for the little significant pickups where they don't pay a whole lot of money for, like Teoscar Hernandez that they picked up from Toronto. Just this past season, they picked up Tommy Edmond from St. Louis, the shortstop. He already got like 7 or 8 home runs because when you have all these bats in the lineup, they got to pitch to someone. So somebody gonna eat off the meat of the lineup. Mookie Betts, Otani, Freddie Freeman. Man, we ridiculous, man. You can't stop us, man. You can
Okay.
only hold
Man,
you
you
for
talking about
10.
man? Hernandez got a base salary of $10 million. Come on, man. Talking about a
That's
little bit
cheap,
of
and that's cheap for baseball. This dude is a nightmare with that bat. That's a cheap
Right.
bat. But
And
look at his
Joe
stats.
just
He went
Joe
0 for
Joe
4.
just
He went 0 for 4 last Sunday against the Cubs.
ooh,
Man,
look at
the
fantasy
best.
baseball. Fantasy baseball got clear a lot. And I thought I was gonna be able to get on here and just say and Jesus Iglesias has hit, but Joe just just make some names up. Enrico Blable, but Joe has just upped the ante on the because I don't want friends of mine to go in there. So well that dude do know baseball and
Oh,
yeah,
especially the names of old. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 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 yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
Like who's the best player for the San Diego Padres?
Tatis.
All right, you know his daddy played, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He has a record that would never be broken. You know what it is?
Joe, I
I know.
lived to impress you.
Hit 2 grand slams in one inning.
Well, they must have batted
Wow.
around then.
Somebody hit 2 home runs the other night, and they made that like something. 2 home runs in one inning. I did not know he hit 2 grand. Somebody was getting their brakes beat off them that day.
Grand slam. Yeah.
Wow, that's what 2 grand slams in the same inning. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Challenge
Why
to
why why would you pitch to him the second time? That's what I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Yeah, baseball got some unbreakable records like the Joe DiMaggio 51 game hit the streak. Pete Rose, I think, ended up with 44 and almost broke it, but he couldn't. Charlie Hustle.
Man, you think they're gonna put that man in the Hall of Fame now that he did?
I
They should.
hope they do, man, because he
Yeah.
belongs. You can't talk about baseball without talking about Pete Rose, man.
right. Speaking of baseball, I'm gonna get this question on the board before we get on up out of here. Somebody asked, why does one of our viewers asked, why do you guys think that baseball doesn't have a salary cap? Anybody?
So they
Before we get
so
on.
they could do what the Dodgers doing right now. The best team money can buy to win a chip.
Mm.
That's why.
But I think the owners are eventually going to want to get a salary cap so they can stop paying all these monies to players like what's the kid in Toronto? He just got paid. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
know him.
500 million,
I think
yeah.
I got him in the second round. That was good.
yeah, and Juan Soto, how he the highest paid ever.
And he garbage right now.
And then the little
Straight
small
trash.
market teams, they nothing but a farm club. The players get drafted, stay on that team 3-4 years, then they can't afford it. Be real excellent. Then the
Yeah, but
great team's gonna pick us
yeah, this
up.
viewer said the luxury tax is kind of like a soft cap, and said it still kind of had parity, without a cap. Without a salary cap, they still have kind of parity in the MLB compared to other sports if they didn't have a salary
Now in
cap.
the 80s and the 90s, there was a lot of parity. Even the Kansas City Royals, I think 1985, they won a World Series, and the Cardinals used to win. So they had parity back then, but now these major markets gonna be the one. George Steinbrenner with the Yankees, he see a
Yep.
player, he go out to get him like Reggie Jackson. He started out with Oakland A's and wound up Mr. October playing with the Yankees.
True, and the Braves out like they don't be want to spend that stuff, man. They sending They sending undented cans to the Dodgers.
There you go with that undented, the dented can. All right.
Shout out to Freeman. Clutch, you got anything to take us out here?
TJ Watt, one more again. Watch how you leave out here, Claude.
There's no struggle
Like a
without
PD to
progress.
struggle in jail.
There's no struggle without progress. Yeah, you must see me trying to put them shoes on when I was at my auntie wedding. It was a struggle, but we got them on. Appreciate y'all checking us out, man. Tap in Nationwide Sounds. Tap in Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Check in the Facebook group. Check out our shorts on YouTube. Comment and share and debate. Agree and all these things. It's baseball season. Take us out to the ball game. Cracker Jackson.
Shout out X Factor. I whooped your ass this week.
Who that? Who that?
Whoever I'm playing, name X Factor, X whoever. I whooped
thought
their
that
ass
was
this
you.
week. No, that ain't me.
Oh, take the name then, like I did Fake Gino. I gotta get out here, man. Nationwide Sound give us an hour, but Fake Gino, me.
Get that man the right box number next time.